I really liked the Nura loop when it came out, but the biggest problem I had with it was that it was a neckband design. I'm not particularly fond of those because it's perpetually hot and humid here in Singapore, and having something shave at your sweaty neck isn't particularly appealing to me. Well, Nura has finally come out with their take on true wireless earbuds. Hey guys, we have the NuraTrue with us today, and they are pretty interesting. Before we get into the review, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. Before we go any further, I feel like a short explanation on Nura as a company is warranted. Nura's main selling point is that at the setup stage of each of their products, you actually undergo a hearing test that maps out which frequencies you are more sensitive to or less sensitive to. That data is then used to tune specifically the product to how you listen to audio. I know it sounds gimmicky, trust me, I thought the same before I tried them. The truth is that the algorithm works, the software works, and Nura's products, the Nura Loop and the Nura phone that I've tried before, actually do sound good. So I'm actually coming into this with really high expectations. Anyway, let's talk design. It's a pretty standard case. You get the debossed Nura word on top and a USB-C charging port on the rear. Now, seeing as these are going for $199 or 289 Singapore dollars, I thought the case would come with wireless charging. Unfortunately not, which is a bit disappointing. There's an LED indicator on the front, which shows charge status as well as battery levels, and yeah, that's about it for the outside. Inside, you get the earbuds. Now, they're actually quite large, externally at least. While the part that goes into your ear is relatively normal shaped, the circular disc that sits outside is quite large, although it's not thick per se. Taking a look at the earbud, you'll notice that it comes with some silicone stabilizing wings installed, which I think makes a world of difference. The earbud sits super securely in my ear, and I'm pretty sure it's because of these. On the faceplate, I have mixed feelings about the shiny metal logo. It's nice, sure, but it's also a bit of a fingerprint magnet compared to the rest of the matte faceplate. It's pretty small though, so I guess it's not too bad. You get touch controls here. Tap and double tap only though. By default, a single tap on the left earbud enables or disables social mode, which is essentially transparency mode. Double tap pulls up the voice assistant. On the right, a single tap is play pause and call answering, while double tap skips to the next track. It's a bit odd, and I'd recommend customizing it in the app anyway. Speaking of the app, setup is really easy. You put the earbuds in and there'll be a voice guiding you on what to do, pairing, etc. The earbuds automatically set up a profile for you, and yeah. It's still a bit hard for me to read what exactly my profile means, but I think from the graph that it basically means that I'm more sensitive to the low frequencies with a dip in the mids before peaking again in the highs. Anyway, it sounds good after being tuned, so I can't complain too much. In the app, you can also find an option to enable social mode and ANC, although if you turn that on, ANC is on by default unless you activate social mode. There's also in-ear detection, and you can choose to turn it off or if it should activate when one or both earbuds are removed. There's also a slider at the bottom for immersion mode, which is essentially a bass boost. Moving on, you get Bluetooth 5.0 as well as support for SBC, AAC and aptX, which is nice. As for battery life, Nura claims 6 hours in the earbuds with an additional 3 charges in the case for a total of around 24 hours, which is pretty good. As for whether 6 hours is with ANC or not, I did test that out and I got around 5 hours and 40 minutes, so yeah, pretty accurate. The IPX4 water resistance rating means that you can bring these out for exercise, and I think that they should sit securely enough in the ear if you're not moving too vigorously. ANC though is pretty decent. It's not great, but it does help to kind of cancel out, a bit of that low rumble, low whirring that you get in cars, on trains and such. The social mode or transparency mode is also pretty decent. If you're wondering about how microphone quality is on these, well, here you go. It's okay. Nura is using both in-ear and outer-ear microphones for calls, so yeah. Sound quality though is pretty much unchanged from other Nura products, which is to say, it sounds pretty good. Bass is thumpy, and if you turn up immersion mode, you can get quite a bit of rumble from it. I typically left it around the halfway or slightly under halfway point, and it was pretty enjoyable. all the way to the max would be a bit too much, I think. And if your sound profile already boosts the bass based on your results, you might want to turn immersion mode down. Mids wise, it's definitely clear that the mids are boosted to kind of make up for my loss of sensitivity in that region. Vocals get clearer and more forward, and the highs are great as well. Honestly, it's quite hard to do a review for this product because audio is subjective, right? And these are even more subjective because they are tuned specifically for your ears, or mine in this case. But for me, I'll just say that these really do sound great. The soundstage is wide and I get pretty good imaging and clarity all around. I'd say these are worth the cash, especially if you want something that's able to be tuned to your ears. The truth is, you never really know if you're gonna like these because it's an algorithm tuning it for you. It's a bit of a safer bet for me because I already tried the Nura phone and the Nura Loop, and I kind of have an idea of how Nura would tune the product for me. But I would recommend trying these out at a store near you to see if you can get sort of your ideal tuning out of these, because once you set the profile, you can't really tune it any more than that. There's no EQ feature for you. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the NuraTrue. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to us and like this video. Till the next one, see you guys.